Now, there is this story that really came to surface yesterday of Ferdi Kadioglu close to joining Arsenal. Welcome to the Football News Show. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. There is an injury update coming in through from Real Madrid. Tchouameni has been injured and an update has been issued on whether he will be able to play in the Champions League final or not. And lastly, Endrick update, very much touching, 17 years of age, taken off the pitch on the stretcher, and we don't know what it's going to be like in his entire career that is coming up. Rokani David is my name, and I hope you guys are really having fun. This is the channel that brings you your latest news and information. And I tell you what, I think tomorrow I'm going to launch a new channel, and it's going to be doing what we call the top 10s, right? Heading to the transfer window. I don't find it said obviously come here and do top 10s, blah 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 blah, but I think we'll be throwing one video there concerning the top 10 targets of Arsenal, top 10 targets of Manchester United in every position, and other teams, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man City, name it. So I think we're unleashing that channel tomorrow. I'll be sharing the link in the comment section, and you guys will be really ready to take it on. So guys, I love you, and continue keeping it Rokani Media Football, and let's see close to 300 likes much in this video. We thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum. Now, the story was broken by Sacha Tavori, says sources close to Ferdi Kadioglu confirmed Turkish left backs close to joining Arsenal. Talks with players' side already ongoing in order to find an agreement on personal terms. Now, when I hear such a story, it really resonates exactly what Fabrizio Romano told us last time. Fabrizio, yesterday, in one of the videos I ran, was it yesterday but one? I think yesterday, I did a story where he came out and really talked about those players, Arsenal's transfer plan. I think you remember that video very well. If you recite very well what we said about this yesterday, it comes to our know that Fabrizio Romano talked about a left back, that Arsenal might be interested in bringing a left back. And where does this guy play? He plays as a left back, so it shows you that he ticks the boxes that Arsenal are really looking for, especially into that left back position. But the other big fact I'm gonna hit obviously like about the guy is that this guy is really versatile. He's versatile and he plays in very many positions. That is it. He plays in very many positions. He can play. When you read at his Wikipedia, it reads as follows: Ferdi Kadioglu is a Turkish professional footballer who plays as a fullback, midfielder, or winger for Fenerbahce in Super League. Born in Netherlands, and he was born on October 7th, 1999. He's now 24 years of age and is 1.7 meters tall, almost the same height frame with Julian Timber at Arsenal. So that exactly comes out to really show you that Arsenal are really in for this player. And there is another credible journalist who went ahead and put out a story linking this guy to Arsenal in January, but we never paid a lot of attention to detail to it. And the story was like, on January 4th, 2024, Arsenal recently watched Ferdi Kadioglu on site in Fenerbahce Galatasaray match at the chief scout level, and presented the final report to Ferdi to the technical staff. So Arsenal has been monitoring this guy, and Arsenal is really fond of really doing such signings. But my worry is Arsenal not learning from what has gone ahead to stop them from really winning the trophies. I tell you, if I'm a club like Arsenal right now, when I'm looking in for a left back, I would go for Alphonso Davies. You know the guy? I would go for Alphonso Davies. I tell you. Why? Why do I go for Alphonso Davies? It's all written all over the wall that this guy is a proven left back. And now what Arsenal need are proven people, proven players that are going to come in here and really do the needful. That is it. You get? That's what Arsenal needs. I don't think that Arsenal needs players that are raw diamonds, that in the making, players are going to be the next big thing. Like I talked about you, Messinho, that what Arsenal need are proven players. You get? Players that are proven at the world level. That's why I would allow, I approve the signing of Ishak, Bruno Guimaraes, Douglas Luiz, players of that caliber, you get? I would love to see Arsenal go for that, and I don't think that Arsenal should really stoop low, because for me, going in for this player, he's good, he's talented, he's multidimensional, but can he really help you in moments where you believe that you need a very huge goal, like a moment of brilliancy? You get? Like when Arsenal was playing against Bayern Munich in games like those. Can he come out and can that player come out and really give Arsenal what they feel like they've been lacking in a game? That is the huge answer that we need to be looking at. And this is where I believe Arsenal is not getting in right. And amongst all teams that Arsenal, all players that Arsenal linked to, I think Victor Osimhen is proven, Vlahovic is proven, Ishak is proven. Those three strikers, they are proven. They can come in through and really get the job done and dusted. When you go to the midfield, Bruno Guimaraes can, Douglas Luiz can. Who else can? Who else really can? Who else really can amongst those? You get? Who else can? Because I want to be very, very objective and really very sincere to you guys. Who else can? You get? I think Olise can pull out a moment of brilliancy. According to me, he can really pull out a moment of brilliancy. And so we wait and see. But if I'm Arsenal, I would go in for proven players to come in through and really cover up into that space. But you never know what Arsenal is going to do. Maybe they'll bring in like two proven players, and then they bring in one in the making. But last season, they brought in Kai Havertz, a proven player whose talent was known for a long time, but he just lacked a manager to obviously elevate his talent where it is. Declan Rice, to me, had reached a level of really upgrading, and he upgraded to the right team, and he has been one of the best players in that Arsenal side, if at all you're not biased. Then the other person or player that I believe has gone ahead to elevate himself is none other than David Raya. Also comes in through and did a very good job. But this guy, Kadioglu, he's a joy to watch. And he's being linked to very many people and to very many teams. His versatility might be one of the reasons why Arsenal are really looking up for him, because if you want him to play on the right wing, he can play on the right wing, he can play on the left wing, he can play as a right fullback. Though he's right-footed, he can play as a left back too. So I think that might be the reason that Arsenal is really clinging on so much to signing this guy, according to me. So we wait and see how that is going to pan out, but it's really still really baffling me. Why is Arsenal close to getting in this player? And if he's so close, why is it that credible journalists, tier one journalists, even from Turkey, aren't really breaking this story? I happen to support a team known as Manchester United that has gone ahead to sign a player who was playing for Turkey. That is Weghorst. He was playing, I think, for Besiktas. And in the due course of that player being linked to Manchester United, we saw very many credible journalists from Turkey really being so much responsive onto this player. But I haven't seen them all. If it's close, every time a deal gets close for any player, I tell you, when it's playing for a team like Arsenal, Fabrizio Romano might be having a clue at least. David Austin, Sami McBall, and very many others, the Dimasios of this world, but they haven't come to the grand stage to obviously announce this deal. So we wait and see how things really pan out. But that is Kadioglu Ferdi close to Arsenal. That's what we've been told. I'm not really undermining the sources of Sacha Tavoyeri in there for you because it's the man that's going to obviously break the story. But what I want to let you know is that he has to obviously come in through and really give us what we call the receipts. And what receipts is supposed to give us? To see this deal happen. And when this deal happens, I'll be the first person to come here and give him the hails that he deserves as a player. Sorry, as a journalist. And maybe you'll elevate to the next tier of sports reporting. Now, let's go to Madrid. You know, this player has been injured, hasn't been playing games. That is Tchouameni. But source coming in from France, that is RMC Sport, has confirmed us that Tchouameni is doing better. His injury will not prevent him from being with Real Madrid squad in Wembley for the USL final. Now, if you're Real Madrid, there is a player you wouldn't like to miss out into the Champions League final when you're playing Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund has a very strong midfield and they're really having experienced players. When you're having Emre Can in his early 30s, who plays alongside Sabitzer in that double pivot, then is it Blint? He's called what? That blonde Germany guy. He has been linked to Arsenal. Julian Blendit, right? I thought I'm going to get the name right. You really find yourself in a situation of not wanting to not have Tchouameni, because Tchouameni, however young he is, there is something special he gets you. You know, he shields that back for very well, and he gives the likes of Toni Kroos allowance to do the needful. But this comes in through as good news to the side of Real Madrid that the player is going to be readily available, and that is really a huge boost if at all you are to play into a final with Borussia Dortmund, because Borussia Dortmund is not an easy side. They can come in through and really shock you onto the night. But it's not only good news to Real Madrid, but also good news to the side of France. If you are going in the Euros, you need a Tchouameni in that midfield. That is it. You need Tchouameni because he has gone to elevate very well, and the improvement that Ancelotti has gone to obviously instill onto him is really great, because Ancelotti has gone to manage some of the best CDMs in the world, the likes of Emerson when he was at AC Milan, came in through at Chelsea, came in through at Real Madrid, the Casemiros of this world. So he knows the right posture in which this guy is supposed to be in, to see to it that he emulates those. And this boy will listen because he knows he's talking to a legendary coach, one of the most decorated into the Champions League. That is Carlo Ancelotti. Now, with Madrid fans smiling about the news of Tchouameni, there is another bad story that happened yesterday night as Palmeiras was playing down in Brazil. Endrick, who happens to be eager to join the side of Real Madrid in the summer, had to leave the pitch on a stretcher during their game versus Independiente yesterday night. The extent of the injury was really unknown, but the moment a player is taken off the pitch on a stretcher, you obviously get to know that it's not something easy to really flaunt on. It's really very important to note that it is really bad. And let me show you how he left on the stretcher. Very bad situation. And remember, it's also a big blow to the side of Brazil, because he was one of those players that were expected to start and lead the line in the Copa America. The player had been excited about playing for Brazil, but he had gone ahead to inform even Real Madrid that after playing in the Copa America, I'll just return, and join you in the US for your pre-season tournament that is going to be playing there to prepare for you, such that to be part of the team of Real Madrid and hit the season one with the likes of Kylian Mbappe. What a squad, and what a vibe is going to be buzzing like in the American soil, because this guy is really one of a kind. But I think for Real Madrid fans, they'll be like, all right, it helps us, the blessing in disguise, because if Endrick misses out on the Copa America, that means he'll be fresh for the side of Real Madrid. But to say all that, as a Madrid fan, you have to really wait and see how long that injury is gonna be like or cost this player, and for how long is this player gonna be out for. Rokani David is my name. I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Ferdi Kadioglu close to joining Arsenal. Tell me your thoughts about that. Do you think it's really real or not? Because for me, I'm not like leaning so much onto the side of him close joining Arsenal, because the number one tier journalists haven't gone ahead to come in through and really given us a very good go. But Arsenal have been scouting the player. That's the fact. And then after that, I would call upon for your reactions on Tchouameni, ready for the Champions League final against Dortmund. And lastly, your thoughts onto the man himself, Endrick, getting an injury. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David is my name. See you later, guys. But I love you. Third video of the day. More are yet to come. And I tell you what, I'm going to come live in here onto the channel to obviously have a say onto several things in here. Ciao, ciao. Subscribe. Bye-bye.